For so long, I wondered whether or not stepping away from the traditional filmmaking path and stepping into this YouTube filmmaking world was going to be the right choice for my career or not. And I think these last 2 weeks certainly makes me more confident in my decision.
I just flew in from Nashville.
Coming here to New York from Colorado. Jeez, man. I gotta see this guy do this thing. For the world to make sense, I gotta see him do this thing. So I just said, all right, I'm gonna try to help out a little bit, donated a little bit, and then just wanted to see him do it, and he did it.
It was enthralling from the first minute to the end. It's an incredible film.
It's unbelievable. It just hit home.
You thought we didn't want to podcast.
I think it's going to be great. I watched the trailer probably 15 times before I came.
I'm excited to see it on the big screen.
I'm ready to support him. I came here from Iowa.
Seeing it on the big screen, it's like unbelievable.
That dance scene might possibly be my favorite scene of the year.
Bro, I freaking balled.
You gotta see this thing. I'm telling you right now.
It's completely Danny Gewurz.
We're from Scotland.
From Taiwan.
It was so well done. I don't know how he comes up with this stuff.
How funny it was, but how dramatic it was.
I was just blown away.
I was in it after like the first scene.
Annie, I thought this was like phenomenal.
It's inspiring, that rawness and that power behind it.
I don't know.
Emotional roller coaster.
I'm still feeling it, It's still right there at the film and everything. I mean, it was really heartfelt. I'm speechless. I might get a little emotional.
It's like our version of like Hollywood Reporter.
So well, boys, we made a movie and here we are in LA.
Private screening.
No, I don't know. I just wanted to have a conversation about, when I first stepped into YouTube. My biggest fear with leaving traditional cinematography and leaving the traditional path was that I was kind of gonna be like shunned and like seen as like this character and like an embarrassing figure that nobody in the traditional industry would accept again.
Yeah.
And I was afraid that if I did make that decision, like, is my career over?
Did you worry about what your buddies would say? Like what they would think?
Yes.
Like, oh, Danny couldn't cut it?
Yeah.
Because I had that feeling when I started doing YouTube, and it was so early days. It was like, YouTube, what the heck is that? Like,
No, I hid my YouTube channel from everyone that I worked with for so long, and they just piece by piece starting to pick up on it. And luckily when they first found it, I had like a little bit of a following going, so it didn't feel like such like a nerd move at the time. Like they're like, oh, like maybe he is doing something right because he has 20,000 subscribers or whatever that means at that point. But no, I like did my best to make sure it never came up. I would never post anything on Instagram because I didn't want people to see it. I even talk to Tyler now when brands want to do stuff on my Instagram. I don't. I say absolutely not, because I know that there's so many people in the traditional area who follow me on Instagram, and I still feel weird about it, even though like it's the reason I was able to make my first feature in this film.
The world has changed too so much. Like when I started doing YouTube and I went to like NAB, if I would have met somebody from like Hollywood, they'd be like, cool, see ya, And now you meet those people and they lean in right away. And they want to hear, like they want to know, like, wait, what? Like, tell me more about this, and they're interested. And so, like, I had the exact same, like, this is like full circle. Like, I gave up that dream of like, I'll never work on the big stuff.
Yeah,
that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And now here, like, now we're just doing it a different way.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
I mean, Lauren Cher is coming to see the movie tonight.
Are you guys?
How do you feel as a cinematographer, Carlo?
No pressure.
Yeah, but no, it's cool that like we are all people on YouTube. We made this traditional form of entertainment in this movie, and we have one of the world's most renowned cinematographers in the traditional space coming to see our film to support us and to hang out with us. Like,
it says something.
Yeah. I think that like kind of alleviates it a little bit. Like maybe we are doing something right.
Sunset.
This is awesome. What a pleasure.
Yeah,
well, thanks for I'm the manifest of friendship with Danny.
Like you're the king of the world. Like you could get any girl.
Let's go on tour.
Baby, maybe you can.
This is dope. Doing here.
So there it is. We're in LA. I'm looking up at this marquee. I Think I'm Sick by Danny Gewirtz against the pink LA sky with palm trees. I'm saying what's up to the backers of the film. Cast and crew are there. My wife Anna is here to see all this and experience it with me. And then I'm standing there and I look behind me and I see him coming. Dude, do I call you Mr. Sir or Larry?
Call me Larry, man.
Great to meet you, man.
I'm so excited.
Dude, thank you so much for coming.
Fucking pleasure.
Sorry, for those of you who don't know who this man is, you've probably seen one of his movies. He's the director of photography for The Joker, War Dogs, Black Adam, one of my favorite movies, I Love You Man, with Paul Rudd, Jason Segel, and so many other blockbuster films you've probably seen or heard of. We got to know Larry a bit better through the company that he founded called Shot Deck, who was a sponsor for one of the BTS videos that we did for the movie itself. Larry, Shot Deck, they're not paying me to talk about them right now. This is not a sponsored video. I'm talking about it because Shot Deck has actually become a tool that I rely on and a tool that has contributed to a lot of my success in being a first-time feature film director. It's this library of frames from all types of movies and shows meticulously categorized to find exactly what you're looking to reference. You know, when working with Carlo, our director of photography on the movie, I'd pull a bunch of references off of Shot Deck, show them, be like, hey, this is exactly what I want, and we get rocking and rolling. It makes communication so easy through all types of departments, production design, grips, gaffers, camera department, actors, you know, whatever it is. Even though this isn't a sponsored video, I asked ShotDeck to send me a promo code that I can give to you all. So if you want 40% off, if you want to try it off, go ahead and enter my promo code Danny Gewirtz when you check out. So yeah, having Larry here, someone who has had such a big impact on the film industry, is at the top of his game, who has had such a big impact on my own filmmaking journey, here to watch this film with us. It's a big deal. For anyone who doesn't know who I am, my name is Danny Gewirtz. I'm the writer and director of the film that we're about to watch, I Think I'm Sick. So apologies in advance to the people whose partner dragged you here. Should be good, but no. Seriously, it's like unbelievable for me to stand up here in front of you all. 6 years ago, I started a YouTube channel, right, where I sat in my room alone, set up my camera, this inanimate object where I talked to it. Didn't really know what I was talking about. I thought I knew a little bit about filmmaking. Took those videos, posted it to the internet, and just hoped that one day someone out there in the world, in the interwebs, would like and care about what I was doing. So to see that evolve and grow into what this is tonight, a packed theater in LA. Like, it's unbelievable. So thank you so much for being here and for making this moment possible for me. So yeah, thank you. So tonight's especially important for me because there's someone here tonight who is the person who inspired me to pick up a camera in the first place, get into film. My cousin, who's ironically named Danny. Danny, could you just stand up for me? Yeah. Danny is a director, cinematographer, writer, probably the most thoughtful and caring person that I've ever met in my entire life, and he was kind of like my North Star my entire childhood. I had this older cousin that had shared the same name as me. So to be in his town that he's lived in for so long and to show him this, it's a really cool moment for me as well. So next thing, like, I don't want to go on and on about what this movie is. You all, for the most part, have probably seen the trailer. But the one thing I do want to say about this movie is that it is like a truly indie film. And making this movie was so hard for so many different reasons. So whether you love this movie or you don't tell me if you don't, because I don't really care. I hope that you can just appreciate all the hard work that went into it by so many people who are in this room, who are not in this room. And for those of you who financially donated to this film, which is like most of you, which is pretty cool, I hope by the end of the film, you're just proud to have been a part of this. So yeah, let's watch the movie. Love you guys. So as the movie starts to play, I sit down next to my wife, Anna, in a room full of backers of the film, industry folk, cast, crew, loved ones, weren't sure. I don't know, yeah, obviously I'm nervous, but I think even more so than that, I just start to feel so proud. Throughout the film, you know, things are going well. I'm peeking over my shoulder. Sitting next to each other is my cousin Danny, who inspired me to pick up a camera in the first place, sitting next to Lawrence. Just watching both of them, like, really enjoy the film, laugh at the jokes, get emotional during the emotional bits. Anna sitting next to me, someone who's seen the movie 20 times by now, still crying her eyes out. People in cities all over the country paying to donate their money to be here and to see this film come to life. I'm just so lucky, you know? It's so lucky.
Here's the thing, the most important thing, for me, in any filmmaker, is point of view, right? It's point of view. That's like the number one thing, and throughout the entire movie, you showed every scene you had a point of view, and every scene you showed some magical detail of human life in ways that I'm like, I haven't seen that before. And whether it was like specific to my experience, it was specific enough that it made me go, this is like, every scene kept me really engaged, right? And so like, I think it's a super powerful movie, and I think it's gonna do great. And even whatever the outcome is, that part you can't control. You fucking did it. You made like a real fucking movie, which by the way is like, Todd and I, we were like, I don't even know what movie it was. It was like, Todd Phillips had already made big movies. It was like on, I don't even know what, Due Date or something. Like, we made a real movie. Like in Boogie Nights, where he's like, we made a real movie. That's what I always, like, we always respond to, like, it's like something where even us are like, oh yeah, if I saw somebody else do that, I'd be like, that movie's really fucking well done, you know? And so, I mean, first of all, you should have incredible pride in what you accomplished, seriously.
Thanks so much.
And you did things from a writing standpoint that I think are wildly impressive in terms of all those little details, right? But also not doing them in ways that I could ever predict, right? So when the characters did things, I wasn't ahead of it. I was genuinely like, oh, that's an interesting choice, that's an interesting decision, but as somebody who has kids, I was had incredible compassion.
Stepping into this YouTube channel, I knew it was a huge risk. I thought potentially I was ruining my career and I'd become a joke to, you know, whoever was in the traditional film industry. I never get to do something like this, to make an actual movie. These last 2 weeks, they showed me just how right I was in my decision. It was the first time that in real life I got to see just how powerful this YouTube channel that I built was.
Like, I've never like laughed during a movie, but also felt like I needed to cry. It's like the same way when like you hug a baby and you wanna like choke it. Like it was a good movie. It was a good movie. Thank you, Danny Gewurz. Good shit. Good shit.
Thank you, Danny, because when I saw your name, you know, filmed by Danny Gewurz, I realized that could be my name one day, and I think I'm not alone in that feeling.
These last 2 weeks proved that everything that was sacrificed, everything that was put into this YouTube channel was all worth it. And whether people love this movie or they don't, I think we all can look back and see that we did a lot of good in moving the needle forward for people who want to take a similar path going forward that I did. So yeah, thank you all. I love you.
How often would you watch it front to back?
Almost every day.
Almost every day.
I like drove myself insane. I still do.
That's
like
being a director.
It sucks,
Join
dude.
it.
It's like low key, like the worst.
Yeah.
I feel like I've aged like 10 years in the last 2.